Coaching legend. Fred?
Hey guys, and hello again everybody. Bob Knight's name transcends sports. He had an immensely massive impact, not just on college basketball, but also this entire region. He was one of a kind, and there will never be another one like him. He will be remembered for 1976, 1981, and 1987. Bob Knight's takeaway from 3 national championships was always his young men.
For these last 2 years, my first thought is what these kids have done.
And the author of their success was Knight. 3 decades on the job, almost 700 Hoosiers wins, 5 Final Fours, 3 national titles, the last undefeated national champion, the first to ever win a national championship as a player as well as a coach. But Knight kept score differently, by the countless changed lives, like Sherron Wilkerson, who played for Knight and the Hoosiers after helping Jeffersonville win a single-class state championship. And now he's the Red Devils head coach.
After dealing with Coach, it's like a walk in the park. And it's, you know, it's kind of funny because, and it is, it's, you know, that's why they called him the General.
In spite of that, many remember Knight for his infamous moments, like throwing a chair across the court, unhappy with the referees hosting arch-rival Purdue, or bringing a bullwhip to a news conference, or being caught on video choking then Hoosiers guard Neil Reed, which brought Knight a zero-tolerance policy which eventually led to his firing. Wilkerson was a victim of Knight's behavior, being on the receiving end of a headbutt, but 3 decades later still speaks reverently of him.
At the end of the day, I think people definitely will respect you for the values that you believe in and carry, and no matter what he faced, he truly stood for what he believed, and I think that's what gained him his respect.
His legacy.
Definitely.
Knight swore he would never return to the place he made famous, but he did, including one last visit to Assembly Hall in 2020 for a reunion with his 1976 players.
For me personally, I mean, he's a big part of who I am today and what I've been able to accomplish in my life.
And in the end, that's how Knight wants to be remembered.
I've been a teacher all my life, and in teaching, what I've tried to do is get the absolute most out of you, not necessarily worrying about how I did that.
During a coaching career of more than 4 decades, Knight was one of the most complicated and polarizing figures in all of sports. Regardless, he was by any measure one of the most successful coaches in basketball history. In the last 22 months, the Golden Triangle of Bloomington, Louisville, and Lexington have said goodbye to national champion and Hall of Fame basketball coaches Knight, Denny Crum, and Joby Hall. I am Fred Cowgill, WLKY Sports.